Here we go. The final nail in the coffin for the Wii U and the 3DS is finally coming. Hello everybody, Xyno here, and I'm going to talk about the weird decision Nintendo is making to shut down the eShop services for the 3DS and the Wii U, just like I said 5 seconds ago. But I'm just going to explain all my feelings and why I feel like this is a really dumb decision on Nintendo's part. Now, to be on their defense in this little part here that I'm just going to mention, it makes sense that they are turning it off because they don't want people on those consoles anymore. They want them to be on the newest console, the Nintendo Switch. They want people buying from that eShop. The only problem about this is there are what you call legacy content and plenty of other things that help you keep that service alive, and you still make money making that service. Now, that's the only thing I can defend them on. The only reason they have incentive to turn these ones off, again, is to move everyone over to the Switch platform, especially since the Switch platform is doing so much better. But people still have Wii U's. I mean, we have 2 in this household. We have 2. I'm holding 2, what do you call them? The gamepads right now. They are literally, like, I remember when they announced they were supposed to support more than one at a time and they were supposed to sell them separately, but they never did. Anyway, that's a whole different tangent. But people still have their Wii U's. There are still tons of games that are exclusive to the Wii U that you can't buy anywhere else. They haven't ported them over to the Switch, and there's no, like, PC version you can download. There's no alternative way to buy the game. So turning those off in the future, I don't remember the date exactly, but it's happening soon. I don't even think you can purchase games anymore as of now, but you can at least re-download the games you own digitally. So I might have to plop this on a few more times to re-download everything I have digitally just to make sure I have them, because after that you can't download them ever again. This decision is the part. This is the part where it makes me question why they're doing this in the first place. If you can have it where they should still have it where you should be able to load money and purchase from the shop, because other companies do that too. First thing I think of is Microsoft. I know Microsoft is a huge, tremendous company compared to Nintendo, but Nintendo still makes billions of dollars each year. So, this is where I'm going to explain it. Microsoft has the Xbox 360. That is now 2 generations old. We have the Xbox Series X, or the Sexbox, because I love calling it that. The Xbox 360 came out and is still online as of the making of this video. It came out with online features in 2005. Now, I don't exactly know when they added the ability to download games completely digitally. I'm guessing around similarly in that time, but you can still do that today. The servers are online for the Xbox 360 to download your games and purchase these games now. In fact, I just checked a few hours ago. I can still download Call of Duty World at War. Call of Duty World at War came out in 2008 and was available to purchase since 2008. I just downloaded it and I can play it whenever I want to now. It's downloaded to my Xbox. A console that is over a decade old. The Wii U hasn't even hit 10 years yet, and they're already turning the service off before it even reaches its 10-year anniversary. Microsoft, I think, is doing it right. They're supporting their content for as long as possible. Now they're turning off servers for online games like Halo and stuff finally, but they're still letting you browse the store, buy things from the store, and download things from the store because it's there. Why not? You have entire servers all over the world set up with the data to be able to do this, and you're now turning off their ability to do that. Now, granted, you could repurpose them to take on the load of buying stuff for the eShop, but you're literally decommissioning Wii U store servers from ever letting you download from these games again. There's a little file. What do you call it? There's little incentive to turn these off financially. These are probably costing you guys nothing in terms of your actual gross revenue. So leaving these on for people to buy at any moment, I feel like would be fantastic, especially since we have the technology now, I bet if Microsoft could, and they had consoles from back in the 80s and 90s, you could buy the games from the store back then too. Nintendo never had the option to do that with the Nintendo the NES, now the only way we can play those games in any moderate form today are through subscription services, and they don't even have enough of the games that you'd want to play anyway, which is why people have this whole debacle about legacy content and why Nintendo's throwing a fit about them pirating them, but they're not releasing them at all. I don't want to turn the video into a pirating Nintendo releasing legacy content rant, but that it ties into the eShop thing quite a bit, because they haven't ported, let's say, based on, this Zelda skin, they don't have the Wind Waker HD on the Switch yet. They don't even have Twilight Princess HD on the Switch yet. You can't download those games anymore, and there's no other way to play them without emulation, but Nintendo will no longer offer a way to do that. The only way you can ever play an HD version offered by Nintendo after the shutdown date is to find and track a physical copy. In today's day and age, that's going to become more rare and more rare, and Nintendo's not seeing the profits of that anymore. So whoever is going to sell you the game will probably sell it at a premium price, because now it's considered rare. This has been an issue with Nintendo's merchandise, content, games for decades. And it's the reason why we go to the lengths we do to acquire these games in the way we want to. So this is why I find it's really stupid of them to do this. They did it with the Wii U, but they actually gave the Wii U a proper lifespan, and I could only assume the Switch will have the same fate within a decade to come. I don't know why they do this, especially since they could just keep making money doing that over and over again, keeping the accounts up, I don't know. It's just, I find it so bizarre, especially when you have like the perfect reason like Microsoft. This is my perfect example on why they shouldn't do it at all. It works still today. I mean, I made the Sonic Freeriders video. Guess what? I bought a physical copy off on the internet, and it was still scratched. So it only worked for like a month, and then it froze whenever I would try and play certain levels. You know what I did instead? I bought it digitally on the store. If I did that now, if it was Nintendo, it'd probably be shut down by now, because it's 12 years old since the game came out, and they would no longer support that platform. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to find another copy of Sonic Freeriders on the internet and hope that version isn't destroyed, or pirate the damn game. It's sad to see the game company that makes some of the most beloved game franchises ever of all time so far take the stupidest approaches to making sure people can still play those games, especially since they don't offer the content, left and right. I guess it did intertwine to the whole debacle on them keeping legacy content, but I don't know why they're doing that. It makes me happy that I do have physical copies of most of the games on here. Wind Waker HD, I actually do only own digitally, so you're going to bet your ass I'm going to make sure it's backed up on my Wii U, even though I could probably play it on my PC at a higher resolution, which is probably what I'm going to do anyway. But all my points still stand still. This is a dumb idea, and they shouldn't do it. Take the little bit of the financial hit. If only one person's going to buy off the eShop in the next year because no one's playing the Wii U anymore, why not? There may be coming to a time and point where it hits a resurgence and people are playing it all over again. The GameCube did that, and the GameCube barely sold as much as the Wii U did. And people are paying premium prices to get your stuff used and probably half broken. Anyway, just a little filler video. Show you guys my take on that news, because it's just bizarre news. I wanted to get my opinion out there. So I don't know what you guys think. Just to get that old, YouTube engagement stuff. I want to know everyone's opinions on this. I haven't really asked anybody else out there, like locally, but it's such a dumb idea. I mean, everybody's going to say it's a dumb idea. I just want to know why to them. My point stands. I'm going to stop wasting your time and go click another video. Go click someone else's video. Go enjoy YouTube, Thanks for watching the video, and until then, Xyno's off to make another weird video.